through their headlights. The Mulsanne straight a tunnel of darkness broken only by the sweep of high beams. Inside the cockpits, the drivers are alone in a way most people will never understand, surrounded by noise, isolated by speed, watching a road that only exists for 10 seconds at a time. By midnight, 3 of the 4 lead Ferraris are dead. By dawn, every Ferrari in the race is out. By Sunday morning, the only question left at Le Mans is which Ford crosses the line first. In car number 1, Ken Miles and Denny Hulme. In car number 2, Bruce McLaren and Chris Amon. In car number 3, Ronnie Bucknam and Dick Hutcherson. Miles takes the lead, then a lap ahead, then 2, then 3. By the final hour, the timing records show Ken Miles 4 laps clear of the field. 4 laps. At Le Mans, that is not a lead. That is a different race entirely. Inside the cockpit, Miles is destroyed. 2 days without sleep, swollen hands, a slipping clutch. Brakes replaced twice in the night, an engine running on the edge of its oil pressure. But the math is simple. 6 more laps. The Triple Crown. He has no idea what's happening above his head. In a glass-walled executive suite above the pit lane, 3 men are making a different decision. Leo Beebe is Ford's racing director. He is not a racer. He was a teacher, a wartime officer, a Ford man for 2 decades. He understands one thing perfectly. Photographs. A single car crossing the line alone is 1 cover. 3 cars crossing the line abreast is every cover in America. That is what $25 million was for. That is the picture. So the call goes out. Stage a formation finish. 3 cars across the line, side by side. Then someone checks the rule book. And the answer comes back quietly. It changes everything. Under the Le Mans regulations, if 2 cars finish in a tie, the car that started further back on the grid wins because it has covered fractionally more distance over 24 hours. McLaren and Amon qualified behind Miles and Hulme. A staged tie is not a tie. It is a handover. This is the moment historians have argued about for 60 years. Did Beebe know? Did Shelby know? Did anyone tell Miles? Shelby would later say he found out too late to stop it. Some accounts say the rule was improvised by the French officials in the final hours. Some say the Ford executives understood completely and made the choice anyway. But none of that mattered to the man in the car, because the instruction had already left the suite. It passed through the timing tower, crossed the pit lane, reached the cockpit of car number 1 in the form of a pit board held up at the start of the next lap. Slow. Hold formation. For most of his life, Ken Miles had been a man who argued. This time, he did not argue. He lifted. Nothing about it looked dramatic from the outside. But inside the car, everything had already ended. He held a constant speed through Indianapolis Corner, through Arnage, down the long descent to the Ford chicane. In his mirrors, the 4-lap cushion he had built over 23 hours dissolved into nothing. McLaren closed. The 2 cars came onto the pit straight together. Engines synchronized, 2 427s at identical revs, a single roar. Bucknam and Hutcherson tucked in behind. The crowd raised their cameras, and the checkered flag fell on 3 Ford GT40S traveling at exactly the same speed. You can find the footage online today. Watch it frame by frame. At the moment the flag falls, McLaren's car is half a car length ahead. The pit lane went silent. Not the silence of victory. The silence of crowds who have seen something they don't have the words for yet. A minute passed, then 2. Then the announcement came over the loudspeaker, first in French, then in English. Bruce McLaren and Chris Amon had won the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans. Ken Miles had finished second. By a rule no one had bothered to explain to him in time. There are photographs of him in the minutes after, standing next to his car, helmet